This ex-professional footballer had a hat-trick of penalties in one game, which only a handful of people have done. So let's see how he gets on with his golf. So we're joined by Andy Blair today, former professional football player, played for lots of clubs and got a great record behind him. He is currently playing off a handicap of 15.8. He's 65, you'd never believe that either, and he plays at a club in Coventry called Nuneaton, and he plays 2 or 3 times a week. So, hello Andy.
Welcome.
How are you? You're looking very dapper in your new shoes as well.
Well, I thought I'm going to make a real effort, Joe. I don't very often try too much, but
they're very nice.
I'm making an effort.
They're very nice. People notice your shoes. Right, so golf-wise, you play 2 or 3 times a week. You live close to the golf course, but your friends call you a hacker.
Well, I do. I live on the golf course.
Yeah.
My back garden goes onto the golf course. Very good friend of mine, former colleague Alan McAnally, who is absolutely brilliant. Plays off about 4 or 5, I believe. When he asked me my handicap, and I said 15.8, he said, "You're a hacker. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you, son." But in banter, and it made me think, do I want to really play with him to embarrass myself? Because I know I'm not a great golfer, but I still, even at 65, would like to improve.
Yeah. You do look 65, honest to goodness.
That's really
mate.
nice of you to say.
Fit. And the other thing is, you know, we specialise in helping senior golfers as well. So you've got a few niggles and ailments. Nobody likes to admit to it, but there's a few niggles and ailments that are interfering a little bit with your golf, aren't they? Tell us about them.
It's mainly my knee. I ended my career at the age of 26 in the football world. My knee snapped. These days may have been able to be fixed. However, I had a great surgeon, Mr. Nigel Tubbs. No animosity. It just wasn't the same again after I had the injury. And it still plays up a little bit to this day. But it's one of those things, I have to get on with it. So I get on with it, and it's just an occupational hazard. Yeah,
well, let's see what we can do today for your golf. So what are your golfing goals then, would you say? What's the two or three things that you want to achieve with your golf?
As probably with most golfers, I would like to get down maybe a few degrees on my handicap, 15.8. I think reasonably I could only expect to get down to 14, 13. I've only been playing serious golf now for 3 years. I played during my career, but we didn't get that many opportunities because of the intense schedules we had. But I would like to improve my handicap sufficiently to feel that I'm not a hacker. McAnally.
The challenge is on, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The challenge is on. Well, so coming up on today's proper golfing show, we're going to see how Andy gets on with Julian. So the plan is to have a look at your swing.
Okay.
We'll score you against our metrics, and then you're going to work with Julian, and then we're going to score you again. So when you leave, you should have a significant level of improvement.
Another hat trick.
Absolutely, yeah. And then finally, what we're going to do is put you on the leaderboard. So basically, your scores get added up at the end, and then you go on the leaderboard. So you've got to wait to find out where that is. So are you all set?
I'm
ready?
set. Let's go.
Let's go. Come on then. Nearly 70% of the viewers of our YouTube channel don't subscribe. So I'm asking you a favour today. If you've ever enjoyed or liked or be inspired by any other videos on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. That would be amazing. Thank you.
Never had a lesson before, Andy?
Never.
No? Any particular reason why?
Probably, Julian, because I don't feel I want to particularly embarrass myself, or I'm quite content to just hack around, as McAnally would say. I don't know. There's no real reason I've never had a lesson.
Perfect. So you're up for a challenge now then?
Absolutely.
Okay. So what we're going to do to start off with, we're going to challenge some things that are said and taught in golf to see whether they're factually true or not.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to get you to do 3 different exercises, none of which I'm going to get you to play like, but there's going to be some great learning that comes from this one. Okay. So what should I do with my head or my eyes if I'm hitting a golf ball?
I presume everyone ever says head down.
Get your head down, yeah.
Head down, eyes on the ball, I would think.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to challenge that because unless we challenge things, we never know whether it's true or not. So I'd like you to make your normal setup.
Okay.
When you're ready to hit the golf ball, I want you to close your eyes and hit the ball with your eyes shut.
Okay.
Okay, now you've probably never done this before.
Set up.
So once you're ready,
close my eyes.
And then close your eyes and hit it. Yeah. Good. We're going to do that 2 more times.
Okay.
There you go. It's the strangest feeling if you've never done it before.
Never done it before.
Okay. Okay. So if you look at that one, you've still struck it. Okay. We're going to do that once more. Very good. Okay. So we're still on the same subject of keeping our eye on the ball, but this time my eyes are open. When I strike the golf ball, can you tell me where I'm looking? Okay, so just as I hit it, where am I looking?
You're looking forward.
So if I said to you, just before you make contact with the golf ball, I want you to look in towards the screen.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's gone straighter.
That did go straighter.
That did go straighter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so much better.
So another thing that golfers are often told is to keep the left arm nice and straight as if they're a right-handed golfer.
Okay.
Can you just tell me what my left arm is doing in my backswing? So don't worry about the head or the eyes.
Yeah, just the left arm.
What's my left arm doing?
It's not exactly straight. It's yeah.
Quite bent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that felt as though it was straighter. Maybe it's not ended up
That was
straighter.
incredibly straight. Yeah.
Was it?
That's the swing killers that we're talking about here. So we've got these proper golfing metrics where we can analyse your swing. So what Julian was just talking about then was a 3.
Yeah, the swing killers, yeah.
And it's important as a senior golfer, when you play with less tension, you're less likely to get injured. So that's why it's really critical as a senior golfer, because your muscles change, your body chemistry changes. So the less effort you can use, the less injuries you're going to have. Less stress on your knee, your body, your shoulders, your arms. So it's got on the ball with Andy Blair.
Okay.
It said that from an early age, that was your ambition to play soccer.
I played for the under-21 side. I didn't quite make the big team. So I am Scottish, born in Scotland. Mum and Dad are Scottish, and it was my ambition once I'd progressed to first team level to want to play for Scotland. So I was lucky to achieve it in the under-21s. Unfortunately, not the big team.
So this number over here shows us the path that you're hitting the golf ball from, which is an out to in number.
Yes.
Ideally, I'd love that in to out, but that's probably for another day. But the way that we can definitely help you play better golf if you went out tomorrow is understanding this number over here, and that's your club face when you hit it. So on that last shot that you hit, your club face was 12.5 degrees to the right, which was an open club face.
Yes.
So because you play with a fade, you've got very, very good at holding the club face open and not releasing the club as well as you could do. Yeah, lovely.
It's better.
Okay, it's loosening up now. Go on, a little bit more whoosh. There it is. There it's loosening up. Now there's a few things happening here, all in a good way. So the whoosh is happening, but it's happening pretty much where the golf ball would be.
Yeah.
That's where we want ultimate club head speed. But you're also now matching it up with your body movement. So you're getting what we call a coordinated release. So the release is the whoosh, if you want to call it that, but you're also matching it up with body movement. So your body, your eyes, your head are all going in the same direction. Now we've got the potential to hit it towards target a lot easier.
What a misconception that is. Keep your head down, isn't it? That's baffled me.
There's a side spin number there. It's called 1368.
Yes.
Which is quite a lot of side spin. If we could get that down under 500, that's going to start to send the ball to target a lot easier. Or you could just show off and do it straight away if you want to. Okay. game.
It's the effort that we're interested in as well, Andy. How much less effort it takes to hit a golf ball like that.
Yeah, I really can feel it. Yeah.
So if we just have a look at this number now, so your club face was 12 degrees
Yes.
open, and now it's gone down to 6.6. So already, by getting the club face better, you're halving the side spin. Swinging tension free, really important. What we call a coordinated release, which is arms, body and club all moving together through impact. That's going to be great. The final thing that we need to just have a look at now is what we call a 6-second finish, which we'll do in just a second.
I've got another question for you then. So we started off by saying you are one of a handful of people that scored 3 penalties in one match. So tell us about it.
It's a bit freakish anyway, Joe, to get 3 penalties in any game. So I would regard it a little bit as a fluke evening. We were playing Luton in the League Cup, as it was then, Carabao these days. At Hillsborough, I was playing for Sheffield Wednesday. Jake Finley was in goal for Luton, who was a Villa player. I knew Jake from the Midlands circuit. But we got the 3 penalties. We won the game 4-2. And I got a lot of publicity for it. A bit embarrassing, really, I felt. But I consider it a bit freakish, the fact that we got 3, I scored 3, and it's nice to be remembered at Sheffield Wednesday for that, if nothing else. But notwithstanding, I had 2 great seasons at Sheffield Wednesday, where under the manager of Howard Wilkinson, we finished top level in both seasons, and it resurrected my career, having gone downhill at Villa a little bit, even though we won the European Cup.
Now, this exercise, we call it the 6-second finish. So I'm going to hit this shot and see what happens.
Love that.
Why do you think I've chosen 6? Roughly.
I guess is it 6 seconds that the ball takes in flight?
That's about right, yeah. So keeping it relaxed. Well done. 2,
Better.
4, and now all your weight's on your front foot.
That was better.
You feel that hand working then?
Yeah.
So you need solid balance. That's it. Strike it. Holding that 6-second finish. So now you've released the club because the ball is finishing to the left of target,
yes,
rather than to the right. So
yes,
look at your side spin on that last one.
Oh, that's good.
Although it feels less tension for you, I can still see there's a bit in there. So grip tension first. Yeah. That'll lead to forearm and shoulder relaxation. Yeah. That's going to help. It's almost like lubricating the golf swing. It's like spraying WD-40 all over yourself. You're like, oh no, now I can start to move better. The release of the club face is going to be the big thing, getting that to come back to square, not holding on to it so much. The downside that to you is you'll start to be a bit more left of target rather than to the right of target. But
when it finishes off.
And the other thing that will happen when you get better at the release, you will hit the ball further, so you might have to recalculate your distances.
That's the clubs, yeah.
Yeah, they'll be slightly different. But other than that, I don't really see a downside to it. But sticking that finish, if you're able to hold it for 6 seconds, really important. Yeah. Absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to score your swing at the start. I'm going to score it as it's just finished now. I'll explain a little bit what's happened there. Okay. But you've got the makings of beating your good friend.
Come on. Bring it on, McAnally, bring it on.
Okay, so the swing killers, which is keeping your head down, the arm straight, that's going to be quite low. That's going to be a 1. He was really good at doing those 2 things. Set up, I'm going to score that a 2 because the stance was a little bit wide. That was going to restrict the way his body was able to move. Backswing, again, because of the physical tension, we're going to score that a 2. The tension was stopping the body moving as well as we want to. Because the body didn't turn that great, at the start of the backswing, the downswing was always going to be a little bit out to in. So I'm going to score that a 2 out of 4 as well. Release at impact, I'm going to go down to 1 because the habit is to hold that club face open at the very start. Through impact, the head wanted to stay down, so I'm going to give that a 2. I'm being nice there, but probably nearer to a 1 than a 2. Finish for the golf swing didn't look terrible, and the mental state, I'm going to take a little guess at that, but probably he's a very positive person, so I'm going to score that a 3. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 to start with. Downswing was always going to be a little...
So where do you think you were on the first one, when you
18,
first
20,
arrived
9,
there? He's got to add it all up now.
32.
Robert,
That's 32.
32 is the maximum you can have.
quarter of that, maybe.
Quarter of that?
8, 10
Okay.
to start.
So at the very start, Andy, I scored you 15 out of the 32. So one of the big things was what we call the swing killer. So holding that club too tight, the head staying down, was something that would have been holding you back for sure. And there's some other things here that we've already mentioned to Josh. But your new score, the leader on our proper golfing boards, you were at 15.
15 out of possible 32.
Well, if I've improved, maybe 20.
You've actually gone up to 21.
Okay.
21.
21.
Great job. Great job. Putting on the leaderboard of 21 then, yeah.
Put 21 on here on our leaderboard.
Okay. Great age, that one.
So, we've got, you know.
So the reason it went up is we started to get you to relax a lot more. You stopped keeping your head down. We narrowed the stance, so the setup started to improve, and that 6-second finish.
Okay.
That is a real game changer. There's other things that we could always work on, but yeah, so significant improvement in a short space of time.
Really appreciate it.
So what we're going to do, right, is get you to send in some videos of his swing in a month and see whether he's deviated again.
Absolutely.
See whether he's gone backwards or forwards.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we've just got a little gift there,
Yeah, there we
Joe.
are. So thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed it today.
Do you know, Joe, Julian, I've really enjoyed it. Totally against anti-lessons, probably thinking that I'm too good already, but which I don't. But I've really enjoyed the experience, and thank you so much.
We thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, we have,
And you come
Thanks
along
for coming
there.
in, Andy.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem. Thank you
at
very
all.
much.